Perfect. Okay, so this is our 5th LinkedIn Mastery Course group call. Today is June the 7th, I believe. We have Kathy here. Kathy, so have you had a chance to watch any of our prior modules? Have you been able to catch up on any of this? Or I know you've been under the weather. What's your...
No, I haven't actually.
Okay.
I know a minimal amount, but I will follow along.
Okay. Well, I mean, what's nice about tonight's call is that if you have questions, I'd be happy to answer them. So what have you been able to kind of get started with so far? Have you put any of this into practice yet? I know you've had some health challenges, and I know you're moving, and I know you have you're going to be relocating here shortly, but have you had any chances to put any of this in practice yet, or what do you stand with that?
Sorry, no.
Okay, there's no problem with that.
No,
Awesome.
hopefully there's some teaching tonight.
Yes.
We don't have any Q&A.
Okay, no problem. We can totally do some teaching tonight. So I think what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to do a little bit of recapping, and I think this is good for everybody to kind of go do some recapping through what we've covered over the first 5 weeks, kind of in this course. But for starters, let me just bring up my profile, and I'll go over a few different things that I've had a few questions over the last couple weeks. So one, I've had a few people having trouble just kind of editing their, differentiating between how to edit their headline versus editing their summary section. So I just want to clarify for everybody once and for all. So the headline section is this top portion of the material here. Your summary section is what begins below this line here. So this is where the summary section will begin. The first roughly 200 characters are what will display automatically to anyone viewing your profile. They're going to first see this section of the profile, and anyone that clicks see more will be able to see the entire summary section, which is where we encourage you to do a little bit of keyword research about your industry and your competitors, and to really saturate this profile with the keywords that will attract your target market. And we've talked a little bit about that in prior modules, but I just wanted to kind of just go over a few summary points. So if anyone wants to make a change to your summary section, that is done by coming into your regular profile. So if we were starting from scratch here, I would click on the Me button here. I would just click on View Profile, which will take me back to the same screen I'm already on. And then I'm going to click on this pencil by my picture here, which will allow me to edit my name, my headline, and then down below, down here, is where the summary section is. And this is where I can customize my 2,000 characters of text and really personalize my profile to make it stand out and differentiate myself from my competitors and cohorts out in the various industries. This is also where you can upload, if you have a PDF document, like Kathy, you might have something for potential clients of yours where you want to share like the top 5 things, or the top 5 problems that families have when a loved one has been admitted to the hospital, or something along those lines. You could have a PDF document available here, and to include that in your LinkedIn profile, you would just follow this upload button here, and you can upload a PDF. You can also attach a link to your website by just clicking on the link button here. And you can also attach things like PowerPoint presentations, or if you have videos that you've done. So if you have a video training, you can also put it in right in this section as well. So are you following that, Kathy?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, perfect. Okay, now I did get a few questions this last couple weeks about LinkedIn groups and about how to kind of approach marketing inside of LinkedIn groups. So I do want to address that as well. The one thing that I like to tell people with LinkedIn is that if you're going to be joining groups in LinkedIn, you're not joining groups that are of people that are like-minded or in similar industries to you. You're joining groups for where your target market is hanging out. So I do run into that sometimes. Like if I'm running a seminar business, say, I'm not necessarily going to go to a group of where all these seminar leaders are hanging out. I'd rather go to a group where my potential clients are hanging out. And that could be like a group of solopreneurs or a group that meets the criteria that has the problem that I am able to solve with my business or my products. So that I do want everyone to kind of think about that. So when you're targeting these LinkedIn groups, again, you're not there just to network with people that are like-minded. You're there to actually get in front of your target market prospects and then use them as a platform to where you can establish yourself as an expert and solve their problem. So to get into LinkedIn groups, the first step is just to access that section of LinkedIn. So to get in there, you would click on this icon on the top bar of LinkedIn here. It says work. So I'd click on this here, and then I would click on the button that says groups on the middle section on the left there. And what this will do is it will allow me to either discover groups if I want to join new groups. I can look at the groups that I'm already a part of. And I can also see the feed of various groups that I'm already a part of that are with what's being updated in those groups. So I can get a feel of which groups are active, which groups are not. So for instance, here's a group on startups, and it's a community for entrepreneurs, which is a group segment that I want to get in front of. So I have found in my time at business that a lot of solopreneurs, a lot of new business owners within their first 5 years or so of business are the ones that I do want to get in front of and and give my messaging to. So the way to kind of go about participating in these groups so that you're actually getting traction and getting people to absorb your messaging and want to communicate with you is to do this principle of what we talk about called inbound marketing. So it's inbound marketing is the idea that we are providing value upfront to our prospective clients or to our prospects without regard to anything in return because we're doing it with the sole intention of positioning. So by giving somebody enormous value up front, by giving them access to either like a video training series or to a group of articles that we've written or anything like that provides them with real world applicable value is going to be much, much more attractive than if I come into this group and I start talking about how I'm a business coach. I can help you make lots of money. Please give me a call and I'll give you a quote for how I can help you make lots of money. Something like that. So the concept is that instead of just getting in these groups and kind of being focused egocentrically, focused around just myself, I'm going out there providing value for the group as a whole and providing value for other people. And with the intention that by doing that, when the time is right for them, when they need to use my product or services, they're going to come back to me because I've positioned myself as the expert and I positioned myself as being willing and able to provide value when they needed to learn information prior to this. So now, Andros, are you on the call right now? Can you hear Andros? I see you on the call. I guess he doesn't have his microphone working. So the main point here, though, is that when we're in groups, I like to use this metaphor. And I've used this before, and everyone knows I'm a fan of Gary Vaynerchuk. He's a internet marketing kind of social media guru. That's kind of a YouTube celebrity right now. But he uses the metaphor jab, 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 right hook. And what that is a social media marketing metaphor. And what we're talking about is jabbing is providing value. So we're going value, value, value. And then when he says right hook, that's when we're doing an ask. We're not necessarily making like a blatant paid offer, but we're asking someone to subscribe to our email list. We're asking them to come to our website. We're asking them to take an action that they normally wouldn't take. And we are expecting them to do it because we've provided so much value up front that we're almost guilting them into taking that action because we've positioned ourselves in that manner. So does that make sense? Are we following here?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you're the only one on the call tonight, Kathy. So I'm just kind of just be aware. And
Well,
I don't know if anyone else. What's that?
I'm coughing and there's noise here.
Okay, understood. So I'm just going to check in with you periodically, make sure I'm not like just rambling about something. I want to make sure that I'm making sense. So thank you for participating as well. Now let's see here. So in a big part, I have found marketing on these LinkedIn groups, and I'm going to include Facebook groups as well, has been extremely valuable because you get a much, much broader reach when you're going into these groups. If you're posting content and you want to get people outside of your regular network to see your content, by posting in these groups, you're getting in front of a large market segment that is pre-qualified because, again, these groups are specific to a certain niche or a certain market segment. And you're also positioning yourself by providing content as a thought leader and as a person capable of giving value, an expert in that field. So there's just a ton of upside to taking a content marketing strategy and really, really diving into these groups, and also diving into your profile and providing regular content on your profile as well. So with that, let's talk a little bit more about, I'm going to go back and talk a little bit about automating content. Again, this is a lot of reviews, so we've covered a lot of this in the prior modules, but I just want everyone to make sure that we're keeping up. I want to provide some content for the call tonight. And
hey, can everyone hear me?
Now I can.
Oh, finally! I've been trying to. I could hear you guys, but you couldn't hear me for some weird reason. I've been troubleshooting for the past 15 minutes. I really apologize.
That's okay. We got it's you, me, and we have Kathy on the line here.
Hi, Kathy. How you feeling?
Feeling a whole lot better.
Oh, good.
A whole lot better.
So, Kathy,
Good.
are you coming to Influence Mastery next week?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, absolutely not. Good. That's probably a good thing because that would be quite exhausting mentally and physically. So I think that's a wise decision on your part. Great event, but it is a lot of energy to take part in it. So
And I don't have it right now.
yeah, understood. So Andros, why don't you come up there and take it away with some content for now? Kathy's kind of just here to get some listen to some of the newer content, and I've kind of just done a review segment. But have you been listening? Do you have anything to add? Is there any direct?
I did hear the conversation. So sorry I couldn't chime in. But one of the things that I would definitely start looking at, because part of what you want to do specifically, Kathy, is you want to, we're interested in building your network, right, and creating a name for yourself with what you're doing to fold into this much larger vision that you've shared with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So part of what I want to encourage you to do is to start by creating content that you can share with your network. Specifically, like even if it's just like 350 words. But are you in the mood to start like really writing? Is that something we can challenge you with?
Yes, you can challenge me with it.
Well, I would challenge you and encourage you. Here's why. Because first of all, my network is now creeping up on 5,000 people. Justin's network is at 4,000. So we invite you to.
Kidding.
We invite you to create some content that we can share with our networks. So what we really want you to do is if you can write a small article, like, so are you familiar with the format on how to write a post, like write an article for LinkedIn? Kathy? Did we lose it?
Did you ask me something?
Yeah.
I did.
Talking. Sorry.
I said. Are you familiar with the way that LinkedIn's method of creating articles and content?
Well, Justin just showed me how to upload a PDF.
Yeah. Let me walk you through this real quick, and then before
this is good to know.
I did want to point this out to Andros here. This is you see this number here, Andros? Not 4,000, 4,800.
Oh snap! We're like neck and neck, man.
But yeah, so if we want to post content, there's two types of ways to post content, and I'm going to go actually to my home. I'm going to click on the home button at the top of the menu here. So if we come to the home page of LinkedIn, we can post either a content update, which if I click on this section right up here, I can do an update just like on Facebook. So you would treat this section like identically to anything you would do on Facebook. So if I wanted to just do a post on excited to host I keep calling it my penultimate. This is our penultimate LinkedIn mastery call. Since this is the something like that. I could do that. I'm not actually going to post this, and but I could post something like this, and it would go to my entire network, and it would go into the status feed. So I can also add an image here by just clicking on the image button, and I can upload an image and just kind of make it a little bit more intriguing. Like here's a picture of some mountains. I don't know what that has to do with what I'm talking about with the LinkedIn call, but I mean, if I wanted to do something like this, I could have a picture of these mountains. I can have my post. I can add it to LinkedIn. This will go out to my entire network, and I can create engagement that way. Now that's one strategy to do this, and let me just show you where that goes. So if I do something like that, if I come back to the home page here, this whole section where my mouse cursor is highlighting are all people that have posted updates on their LinkedIn accounts. So this is people that have done what I just showed you that you can do here. So this is just someone sharing something about I recently accepted an offer from Amazon. We come down here. This is promoted content. This is a paid advertisement where somebody paid to be featured in the news feed. So this is a little bit different. This is like a Facebook ad, but on LinkedIn. This is a LinkedIn ad. And then we come down a little bit further, and this is just, again, somebody sharing information about their business, possibly sharing a video. This is a news intern sharing a black and white live shot from her news feed. So,
Justin, why don't you go to my profile and check out the article that I just posted?
Okay. Well, let me just show her how to do an article, and then I'll come to that real fast.
Great.
Because I think that'll be helpful. So Kathy, if you want to actually write a more formal article, like a blog post or something like that, and have it go to LinkedIn, you simply are going to click this write an article button right here where my mouse cursor is highlighting. I click on that. It takes me to a new page, and I can create a more formal looking article where I can use the same picture I had there before, or we can have a. I lost you. I was going to try to have a picture of Andros, but I blew it. That was too slow. But I can have a picture of this this bookcase here. There's this giant bookcase, which is blurry for some reason. I can add a caption. I can change my headline. There it comes. I can change my headline here. It's going a little bit slow. There we go. So I can just click here and say, check out, or this bookcase features rarest book known to man. And then I could do something like this where I'm like, hint, you will never guess which book it is. And now all of a sudden I have something what I would call like clickbait article right there. You liking that headline, Andros?
I love it.
So I can do an article like this. I add my content. I have my headline here, my content down at the bottom, and then I can just click on the publish button up here and publish this as a more formal article, which will help to establish yourself if you're like wanting to become more of like a blogger or something like that. This is the route to take where you're having more formal content versus just a status update, which is the other method of sharing content.
Now here's the thing, Kathy. One thing about that is that when you create an article, it gets fed into the publishing platform known as LinkedIn Pulse. And when there are a lot of people who read LinkedIn Pulse on a regular basis to get content fed to them about new things in the industry, what's happening. So it is read by people, and it's a great way to just kind of get yourself seen. So we want to challenge you to create an article, and if you write one, both Justin and I will share it, and that's almost 10,000 people, close to 10,000 people that will see it.
Yes, absolutely share that. So this is an example on the screen now of an article that Andros just posted last weekend, I believe, or this is from your experience 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
How I partied with my toddler at a wild festival and found a new favorite beer. I gotta click that, right?
You gotta.
So that's Andros's son there, Khalil. For those of you that don't know, that's a nice picture. And I guess Natalie did not take that because she wasn't there. So did you take this, Andros?
That's right.
Wow.
I took it.
Never would have thought that. I like the dragonfly or whatever this is here too. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
So Andros posted an article. He's gotten four likes, but if you look at how many views have you gotten on this, Andros?
I've gotten it's going up to like 200. So I definitely have people have read it.
Mm-hmm. So like 200 clicks essentially. So these kind of articles they're going to reach a broad network. And the thing is, when you're writing articles more like this, the people that will read your articles are the ones that are more likely to become your raving fans. And one of the things they talk about in the seminar world or in the coaching world in general is that your raving fans will become your highest paying clients. And they're also the ones that are going to be sending you the most referral business. They're the ones that are going to be building your business for you. So the whole concept of kind of taking the time up front to create a comprehensive content marketing strategy is taking it from a long game perspective and understanding that a lot of the value from content marketing comes from establishing yourself and building your fan base so that they can start kind of sharing it and kind of making that whole viral marketing thing come alive. So Andros, why don't you talk about your article here?
Yeah, so basically I went to the Lightning in a Bottle Festival with my 2.5-year-old. And one of the things I noticed is that there was a brand of beer that had that set up various places where people can interact with environments. In one case, it was a giant skeet ball, and that you rolled basketballs into the skeet ball instead of winning Chuck E. Cheese tickets. You didn't win any beer or anything, but it was a lot of people were playing on it and taking photos of it. And every time someone took a photo of it and distributed it through their social networks, their little logo was being seen. So it was a really great way of engaging with thousands and thousands of people and basically they obviously probably paid to have that thing there, but it was a really great way to get, their brand seen by thousands of people.
And I have it on the screen. I'm sharing on the screen right now that picture of the skee ball machine, and the brand. The brand is right here. So I'm just sharing that while we talk. So it just made me notice like how the old rule of 7 of you need to see a brand 7 times before you convert to it. And this is really was a great case of how you can create an interactive environment, because I was exposed to that brand all weekend long, and I just remembered it when I left. So
Anyway, in that, by creating content, people see your brand. So that's why we highly recommend you create articles. So Kathy, in this case, we want you to write something and then share it with us, and we'll share it to our network. And that's 10,000 people. So one of the nice things about doing that is you also get feedback from people. So I remember you telling me you had a lot of different ideas for books that you wanted to produce. So you can write basically a blog article that would be a chapter of one of those books, and it would you could see how people respond to it. So it's a way to get that information kind of out there to people. Does that make sense? Got you with it?
Yes.
Okay. So anyway, that's why we want you to encourage you to create some content that we can share for you, because you can get some feedback that can help with your future endeavors.
Yeah, and Andros, I'm just kind of going through my post history here for the last couple days, and most of my posts are getting like 37 views here, 45 views, 66, 133, 61. But then we come to last weekend when I did that free post on the Shopify 20 video module course that I was kind of giving people for free, and I had 577 views. No paid ad, no nothing behind it. It's just something that people were attracted to, and that's inbound marketing in action. I'm giving something away completely for free there. I'm an affiliate with Shopify, full disclosure. So if anybody goes to the Shopify course and they follow my links and they sign up for Shopify, I'll get a small kickback commission on the back end. But I'm giving away, I'm providing value for people up front, and it's attracting, and people are more likely to share it. And it's just kind of bringing me a bigger audience, or a broader audience that I might not otherwise have, just by giving stuff away for free. So it's almost counterintuitive in a lot of ways, but the more you give away for free, the more it can actually benefit your business, which is kind of interesting in 2017.
Yeah. So anyway, with that, Kathy, we want to encourage you to create some content, and we will share it for you. So can we get a commitment from you to write something? Kathy?
I will write something.
All right.
Okay.
I will write something.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So we can help you. So if you can at least write it and try to come up with a cover photo to go with it, we can help you get it up there. If you have any problems posting it to LinkedIn, I'll be happy to walk you back through the process. We'll get it up there. Andros and myself will both share the article, so you're gonna get it in front of almost 10,000 people, probably about 9,700 or so. So it's a great start. Now, that's not going to do anything it won't do anything necessarily to make anything explode, but it is going to give you the visibility and the awareness necessary for that article to catch fire, if it's been created in a way that's going, if it has the capability of catching fire, it will. So.
And we'll help you out with that for sure.
Okay.
Awesome. Groovy. Do you have any other questions for us that about any of this, or any other way that we can support you?
Not right now. I have to admit, I'm mostly focused on sleep and cough syrup.
That's great, though. You need your sleep. I mean, I know you're coming off of
it was a rough weekend.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you tuning in with us and joining the call. But if you have any other questions about it, we're going to do. I think we're going to do another call next week.
2 weeks.
But
2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. That's right. Because I'm going to be flying.
Our final group call will be in 2 weeks. We're not doing one next week because I'm going to be at Influence Mastery as a coach, so I will not be available next week for the call. But we will do the final call in 2 weeks, and then Kathy, you still have a 60-minute one-on-one or two-on-one with Andros and myself to do a private review of your LinkedIn profile. So if you want to schedule that, we can get that booked in the last couple weeks of June. So I'll be next week again. I'll be out of town, so I won't be available for next week. But the week after that, or the week after, we'll be available to do that conversation and kind of go through your profile and really kind of help you supercharge it and kind of hold your hand to go through that whole process.
Oh, okay, great.
Cool.
Great. Well, perfect. Well, super good talking to you, and I'm glad you're feeling better. But if there's anything else that we could help you with or assist you with, feel free to give us a call, okay?
Okay, sure will. Thank you.
Okay.
All
So
right.
with that,
Great talking to you.
yeah, with that, we'll go ahead and wrap up tonight's call. So it's a little shorter, but if we have fewer questions, fewer things, we're only going to go as long as the call kind of dictates. But we will return. Andros and I will return in 2 weeks for the final group call. And then for those of you that still have your 60-minute private coaching sessions, please email me at j@coachingbizmastery.com, and you can schedule a time for that. And if you have not yet received a video profile review, please email me on that as well, and we can also get that going for you. I think there were a few of you that were waiting to kind of implement some things before taking the next step there. So I do want to make sure that you get the full value for the course. So with that, we'll go ahead and end the call, and we will be back in 2 weeks with the 6th LinkedIn Mastery Course group call. Okay, bye for now.
Very good. All right. Take care. Bye, Kathy.